For more on News Corp, let's bring in Brad Adgate. He's Senior Vice President and Director of Research at Horizon Media, and he joins us on the phone from his office here in New York. Brad, welcome back to Bottom Line. Always a pleasure to have you on.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mark.
Brad, today's decision by News Corp, is it a direct result of that phone hacking investigation that brought down the News of the World tabloid?
Oh, absolutely. I think that this is, Murdoch's strategy has changed 180 degrees after the phone hacking news came to light. In other words, he wanted this deal with BSkyB to be done as quickly as possible. Last January, he agreed that he would spin off Sky News. Now he wants to delay it, and he wants to put it into this competition committee, which is not looking at it as a political or business decision, but looking at on the mere merits of the technically the decision of this acquisition.
And Brad, you just mentioned Britain's competition commission. It's now going to conduct a full-scale investigation into whether News Corp's $12.5 billion bid to buy all of BSkyB would break UK anti-monopoly laws. Is this takeover deal dead on arrival, or does the investigation just mean that it's back to square one as far as the entire process is concerned?
Well, I think this is a delaying tactic. In other words, he just wants this deal's not going to get approved. If it does get approved well into 2012, this is going to take at least 6 months to go through this process. And I think the plan is, the News Corp plan or the strategy is to just have all of this scandal and all these innuendos and charges and countercharges just kind of simmer down and just kind of look on the deal just on the merits, as opposed to having it all scandal-ridden and political and comments made. For instance, today by Gordon Brown.
What do you think about those comments from the former Prime Minister?
Well, I think that you run a risk with that because you really don't know what's going to come out in the near future. You know, the lawyer for Millie Dowler's family, the girl who had her phone hacked back in 2002, there's going to be a lot of allegations. Things are going to come out of the woodwork. We've heard about victims of July 7th, 2005 with the London bombings. Now some allegations made over here with 9/11. So you do run a risk as to is this trial going to go away? Is there going to be more news, and this may hurt the deal going forward?
Brad, in our last minute, the News of the World scandal. Is it possible that News Corp could be liable here in the U.S. under the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act of 1977? And that act is broad in scope, but it basically gives U.S. officials jurisdiction to prosecute executives who bribe foreign officials in exchange for large contracts.
That's a very good question, and that remains to be seen. But I will say this: Rupert Murdoch has a lot of contacts and political friends in the United States as well as he has in the UK, and he's not opposed to using those friendships to help him out.
Brad Adgate, Director of Research at Horizon Media, joining us on the phone. Brad, it's always a pleasure. Thanks.
Hey, thank you, Mark.
And